Hello, welcome back. Now let's get into Java conditional statement. So what does conditional statement have? It is like we say, no, even in the normal English language, we say, if this happens, then I will be doing such and such a thing. If it is very, suppose right now it is very hot, so I will say if it is so if it is above this temperature, I'll go and eat an ice cream. If it is not, then I will not eat it. So it is something like that. We are giving a condition as if this condition is fulfilled, then I will eat an ice cream. If it is not, then I will not do it. So now let's go into something a bit more serious than eating an ice cream. So start with it has three criteria. One is the if statement, then if is the if else statement, and finally the switch statement. Okay, the switch and break statement. So first of all, let's get into the if statement. Now you can see here the entire algorithm is explained. So what happens is, first of all, we consider the conditional, we give a condition. So this is a syntax. If, then we'll give the condition. Suppose if I suppose is a number is less than 0, then it is a negative number. If it is not, then something else. So since this is just the if statement, we will not consider about the false statement. We'll just consider the true statement. So here, if condition. So if a condition is given, we check the statement condition, and then a statement is given out as the output. Okay. So this is a very simple program. All we have to do is see here, as I just mentioned about the positive and the negative number. So that's what we're doing. So we are creating a class, and we can just name it if plus. I've shown you in your previous module how we can do it. We can open the notepad and we can create it. The same way you can practice it. And we consider a number. Suppose you consider number 10. So since the number is less than, so it is written, if the number is less than 0, then it is negative. If it is not, then print the statement statement outside if block. Okay, statement outside if block. This is, in this case, what is the value? It is 10. So obviously this condition will not run. Then what will be the output? The output will be statement outside if block. Suppose I'm giving the number minus 10. In that case, the number is negative. That will be the output. So do one thing, you go to your command prompt and you try to run it. Okay. Then let's go into the if else statement. So if else statement is the same thing as the if statement, only that in this case, after the if block is the condition in the if block is run, and if it is false, then there is a statement which is run in the else block as well. Condition is run in the else block as well. The second statement is run and the output is given out. Okay. So this is one of the things. Now let me do something. Let me open my command prompt. Okay, let me clear everything which is here. Let me check what I have in my, what are the codes that I've already performed. So let me go a directory, and you see here I have a program called if. Okay, there is an if else example. So let me run that. First, let me clear my screen. So now let's do a simple if else statement. Okay, so I have already written the program. So now let me open it, notepad 2.java. Okay, so here what are we doing? Here we are considering, we are trying to, the if statement, what is it doing? It is saying if the addition of x and y, here I've taken 8 and 1. If it is less than 10, then the first statement will be run. If it is not, then we have to say x plus y is greater than 20. Okay, it can be any random thing. Your else statement can also have a statement of itself, or else it can just be a simple else. Like if it's not working, then we just print out whatever is written in the else statement. Okay, so let me save it. Now we go here and we write Java C if2.java. All right. Now the next step is Java if2, and we run it. So from the code, you can see that the value of 8 plus 1 is 9, which is less than 10. So the very first line is run. Now we can also change the number. Okay, let me make it 10 and make this 12. So it will save. Now let me do the same step. Enter. See, x plus y is greater than 20. So according to your wish, you can change the values, or you can try with different if conditions. Okay. So now let's go back. Conditional state. Okay. So similar to this, we have the if else if. Okay. So this is another kind of statement. In this, what happens is there is this condition. What happens is there is this else if condition, in which suppose there'll be multiple statements. The first condition, if when we are trying to check the output, if the first condition is not satisfied, it goes to the next statement. Again, if the next condition is not satisfied, then it will finally go to the else statement. It can have, in case of this if else if statement is also like a nested if else statement. So you can have multiple if else statements in between. It is not like just in the example I've just shown, the syntax is just with 3. It can have multiple. There is no limitations. Up to you, whatever is your requirement, based on that you can keep adding an if else statement. Okay, so once the example, if one of the statement is false, it will go to the next step. And finally, if all the statements are, if all the conditions are false, only the else statement will be printed, or will be giving output. So this is one of the example in which you are checking if the number is positive or negative, or it is 0. So you can try this out, or let's do something. Let me run another code. So first of all, let me check what are the different codes that I have. So one of it is, yeah, I can see the if else if example. So let me run that. Okay. Okay, let me clear the screen and let's go into it. So let me open the code first. Notepad. If else if, I made a very elaborate name so that I can remember which one I'm doing. Java. I hope I've written it correctly. Okay. See here. So in this, what we are doing is we are checking if a number is a 2-digit number, or whether it is a 3-digit number or a 5-digit number. So you can see here, it is not just a single if else statement, but a multiple. Here I have 3 else if statements. Okay. And when all of them are not running, then we have the number is non between 1 and 5999. Okay. So it's up to you however you want to write the code. So let me run this first, and then we'll change the value and we'll run it again. Okay. Save. So let me go here. Yeah. Okay. So you can always go with the up arrow, and you can write the code. You don't have to write the code. It will remember the code and which you have written in the previous step, and that will be shown. Okay. All right. Let's see. See, it is a 4-digit number. What was our value? Our value was 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's do something so that it let me increase the number. So save. Let's get back here. Enter. Yeah, see, since I've changed the number, it became 5-digit number. Now let's run in which the program is going to be false. So let's just go beyond. Make a big number and let's see. Save. Let's go back here and enter. See, the number is not between 1 and 999. So none of the steps could be run. So we directly go to the last step, that is the else statement, and that is being run. You can also try what program we have given here, so you can understand. And there are multiple if else statements, for simple if else statements. You can try out with different conditions according to your wish to understand how it works. Okay. So the next is the switch statement. So what we do in the switch statement is, if this program, suppose a statement in the switch statement does not work, what we do is we go to the next. There will be more than one switch statement. We go to the next expression and we run that. Okay, it is in parts. It is not as if else statement. It is similar to it, but it's not the same. Okay, it attempts to match the result at least several times, and then each case the list, the value of the list. Every switch statement is written with, it starts with case. Okay, so every case is checked. The entire statement is checked. If it is worked, if it works, then good. If it does not, then it goes to the next statement. So this is the general syntax. Okay, so this is like the value one. This is the statement. So if this statement is correct, then fine, this value is printed out. If it is not, then we go to the next one. So similarly, it goes on. You can have multiple switch expressions. Okay. Then comes the switch break statement. It is the same thing. If the condition is not running, it goes to the break statement. If it runs, then you just have the switch, the output which is given in the switch statement. Okay, so initially the switch default statement is the one which is given in the sequence itself. So you can understand best with an example. So here, what they're doing is, you're writing the number. Okay, suppose you're giving a number 44, and then you are seeing that if it is less. If it is less than, suppose if this, in this case value, this is the value which decides this particular 29. This is the number which decides what kind of, whether it is small, big. This is the word after case is the condition. Okay, that condition, if the initial variable falls in that condition, then the output is given out. If it does not, then you go to the next statement. We check the next statement. Then again, if it, suppose in this case it is 44, so it falls in this second category, in the third category, right? The size is large. Suppose you're giving a number, suppose 50 or 52, then the size is unknown. This is an example. Now let's go back and we will try to run a program of our own. So let me clear, first let me search in the directory. So I have a switch example, switch, let's run that. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to write CLS. Okay, so we will open in the notepad again. Switch example.java. Okay, so here what we were doing is, we are trying to see what day it is, and according to that we'll decide whether it is Monday, Tuesday, or whichever day it is. So we know that there are 5 days in a week, right? So initially, let's go for something which is true, and we'll just run it and see how it is working. So first of all, save it, then go here, then it is Java C switch example.java. Okay. Okay, then Java. Right. See, it's Friday. What is the value that we have given here? We have given the value 5, right? Now let me change it to 8. Now we know that there are just 7 days in a week, right? So once this happens, let's see how the program is going to run. You see, it's an invalidity since there are no 8 days in a week. So in the same way, you can have multiple conditions. So what this does is, every, like when you initiate a value, when you have a variable or a value that is we are using, that is checked with every case. There is every, like case 1 is 1. If the case, what to say, this value 1, 2, 3, it can be other also. It can be numbers. It can be, for example, it can also be characters. Okay. So whatever it is, this number these things are the ones which decide. Now, suppose if I change the value of 7 into 8, you will see the same thing. Okay, you can see that this int day value have not changed, but here I'm just changing the value of the case, so it will give me a positive result. You see, it's giving us Sunday because I've changed the value to Sunday. So you can see this value, this whatever is the condition, the after case, whatever is written, that is actually the condition and that is run. Okay, so that is how you understand. You can give any condition that you want, and based on that, you can work on it. Okay, so now let's go back and continue with it. Okay, switch with Boolean. We can have one different kind of expression, whichever way we want. As I've already mentioned, it can be character, it can be int, and it is not an issue. Okay, so the next is the Java looping statement. Before going to that, let me just briefly go through the entire conditional statement. So what we have in conditional statement, the first of all, it is starts with the if statement, right? It starts with the if statement, then in which we have one condition. Once it is not fulfilled, it comes out of the loop. Then we have the if else statement, in which we'll have the if statement, the else statement. If in the if statement, if the condition does not work, then we go to the else statement and it comes out of the loop, right? Finally is the if else if, right? So it is the nested if statement. If in that case, what happens is, if you can have multiple conditions, if all the conditions are false, then the program goes directly to the else statement, and whatever it is, it will run. Okay. Finally is the switch and break the switch statement, in which we'll have cases assigned. Like every case will have a particular value, or it can be a character and int value, and the variable which is initiated, it is checked with each of the case to see which is the one which is most exact or appropriate, and according to that, the output is given out. Okay, so with this, we will end this module, and then we'll go into the next step, which is the looping statement. Okay, let's take a quick break and we'll come back and we'll continue with it.